Okay, the other thing I got was Betsy's stockings. So I did the Thanksgiving stockings, the his and her pilgrim stockings last year, and I loved those. And these are the same things. These are just Independence Day or 4th of July or whatever. Betsy Ross, I'm sure. So I loved these. Loved these. But it's Shakespeare's Peddler Sampler Roundy. And I thought that was really sweet. I don't know, it just caught my eye and I just liked it. And you know, that's something you can whip up, right, pretty quick. So I dyed some, I was going to say wool. I dyed some linen for that too. Okay, then I got another rack from Miss Michelle Rudy, but it's the train station from the Main Street series. I love that. I love that train. And I will do this one for me and then one for my father-in-law, just like I did with the tree farm, because, yeah, I love that. I think a lot of you saw what I did with the tree farm. For my father-in-law, I just made a hanging ornament, flat fold ornament out of it, or a flat ornament out of it. For me, I put it in a little box. I mounted it on the back, on the inside of the lid of the box, like a wooden box that I got at Goodwill that I painted. And then I put some trees and some snow in the box. It turned out really cute, and I showed it on Instagram and Facebook. She also sent me the December Cottage of the Month. I don't have any of these, and I love as I said, I love a calendar, something related to the calendar. I love that. And then the July. I love those. Those are so sweet. So that was really sweet of her. She also sent me some other things. She's too much. She's too much. Yeah, she's too much. Then I was watching Vana, or no, I don't know if I was watching Vana or if I saw this in a posting that she did on Facebook, but this was quite a while ago. She talked about the Brooks books, The Bride's Tree, and I, of course, having a daughter who just got married in October, I had to look this up, and so I kind of researched it a little bit, and it's I believe a German custom to do 12 ornaments and give a new bride, or give your bride, give a bride for her wedding, 12 ornaments that somehow represent home, and Brooks Books has done 12 ornaments. So it's one of 12 heirloom bride's tree ornaments, and they each have a symbol and then a meaning. And so, for example, the first one is home, and so the symbol is the house, and the meaning is protection. And so this is just the sample of and so of course I went immediately and ordered it, and ordered all 12, and I plan to do these for my daughters, both my daughters, and probably my son too, for someday. And then I'd like to have a set as well. So I don't know, stitching these each 4 times is a lot, but let me give you an example of another one. I'm not going to show them all to you. Oh, this one I love. This is Hope. This is number 4 in the set. The symbol is the rabbit, and the meaning is hope and peace. So aren't those the sweetest things? And you know what? Brooks Books, best customer service ever. I love them. They are just awesome. Eric is wonderful. Okay, let's do whips really quick. The only new things I've started, and this was a late night splurgy. I saw somebody had finished this on Facebook and posted a picture or Instagram, and I loved it, and I've admired it before. It's Classic Colorworks North Pole Express, and I believe there's 2 of them, or one is maybe South Pole Express with the brown bear. 1, 2, 3 stitch was out of that, so I got the North Pole Express. It looks like this. The pattern's free if you buy the threads, which I did, Classic Colorworks threads, because I love those threads. And it looks like that. This digital picture does it no justice. I started this this morning, after work, and that's my progress so far. Yeah, so just using the called for, and this is a piece of, I don't know, 32 count. It's that blue, like eggshell maybe linen from 1, 2, 3 stitch that I just have a whole big hunk of, but I thought the white would show up nicely against that. So, yep, love it. I also love myself a polar bear. somebody posted that Shannon Christine had a New Year freebie, and kind of my whole East Coast seaboard infatuation, whales, all of that goes along with a ship. And I also have several ship rugs that I've done, and so I've been kind of looking for ship, cross stitches. And so anyway, I had to go see what the New Year freebie from Shannon Christine, because she has lovely designs, and it's called Midnight Sail, and that's the picture, and I thought that was really sweet. It's done with, this whole moon is done in Krynic. I am not stitching that in Krynic, I don't think. I think I found a suitable substitute, and so I'm going to try it and see how it works. And here's my start on this. This is just from yesterday. This was just on a piece of even weave from maybe like Hobby Lobby or something. But here's my start, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. It's pretty dark in here. This is like if you're looking at the picture, this is the left side of the ship. And then all of this is beaded. So all the holes here is beading. And then the moon is back here. You can kind of see, this is a piece of like, I forget what the number is, just a piece of DMC to try to see if that'll work instead of the moon. But I did order the beads, and there's a little bit of Krynic throughout this part as well, and I did order that. I don't mind stitching a little bit of Krynic, but I just can't imagine stitching that whole thing. And then the stars are all beaded, so but that's going very quickly. I only worked on that a little bit yesterday. It's only 89 by 89, so it's but what a sweet thing to do to give a New Year freebie, and I think that's a really beautiful design. So, and then I was working on the Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday series and Grandma's House, and that looks like this. And I'm just about finished with Grandma's House, and I love Grandma's House. That's so sweet. Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I have time. Okay, so I was going to tell you about one Christmas present I got. So I'm adopted. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm adopted, and before she passed away, I was able to meet my biological mother. I met her when I was actually pregnant with my first child, and we met, and so I was in my 20s, and we, had a loving friendship type relationship for about 30 years. She actually just passed away last spring. So I'm adopted, and so I met her whole family, and her mother was lovely and to me, and her sister was lovely to me, and her whole family was lovely to me and to my family, and they just treated us from day one like we were part of the family. And I think that was, a decision. She was a single mom, and I was born in 1967. So in 1967, it definitely wasn't as acceptable to be pregnant and have a child out of wedlock as it is now. And she didn't, she could have chosen to have an abortion, and she didn't want to go that route, and so she gave me up for adoption. It was a very loving, decision. But I think it was hard for her, and I think her whole life she sort of regretted it a little bit. And I had a great family, so I definitely, she struggled with, some issues her life, so I definitely had a great life, and I have a lovely family. But anyway, I've never known, and nor do I have any desire to meet my biological father, and I know nothing about genetics or ethnicity or anything other than obviously he was Caucasian. I mean, I'm thinking when I'm looking at this pale face, I didn't look a whole lot like my biological mother, and really and truly, my maiden name is Salazar, so I was raised in a Hispanic household looking like this. And granted, I dye my hair. My hair's dark brown, dark mousy, yucky brown, but I'm still very Caucasian, and I don't look Hispanic, that's for sure. So I always wanted to look like somebody, because I don't look like anybody. I didn't look like either of my parents. I don't look like any of my siblings, and I didn't really look that much like my biological mother. I looked a little bit more like her sister, and possibly like my grandmother. So, okay, grandmother's house. I was going to say that I didn't know any of my adopted grandparents. They all passed away. The only one I kind of knew, but he died when I was 5, was my dad's father, my adopted grandfather. They all passed away before I was born. So I met my biological grandmother on my mother's side and had a relationship with her, and I knew her for about 10 years before she passed away. And she was a lovely, feisty, crazy little woman. She was awesome. But I didn't really ever have a grandma's house, you know, to go to. And so I just think this is really neat. But anyway, I've always been really curious to know about my background. And so I've talked about those DNA kits and the, you know, Ancestry.com and all of that. So the kids pitched in and bought me a DNA kit for Christmas. And which was awesome. I was so awesome, and I was so shocked. I had no idea they were thinking about doing this. And so I did it the other day and sent it in, and it about 6 to 8 weeks, and then I'll know. So I know from on my mother's side that there's German and maybe a little bit of Swede in me, but that's all I know. So, yeah, it'll be, I'm sure, you know, chances are I'm German. I mean, right? Chances are I'm probably German, but who knows? It'll be really interesting to know. Okay, so here's the scoop. I have 1,000 viewers. It took me more than a year. I think that's really funny. I honestly didn't know if I was ever going to end up having 1,000 viewers. I need to do a giveaway. And what I have decided to do is I'm going to do 3 giveaways, or I'm going to give away to 3 people. And so what you need to do if you're interested in the giveaway, I'm not going to tell you exactly what. I know already exactly what I'm giving away, but I am going to give away to 3 different people a combination of, it'll be charts, some floss, it'll be some new, and some passing the stash. So there will be some new and some old, and then obviously the floss will be new. Possibly there may be some fabric. There could be a project bag. There could be some finishing materials. There could be some little finishing, you know, special touches, some buttons and beads, and just a fun variety of things. So if you're interested, and it, you know, it's always going to be along the lines of things I like. So you kind of know what I go for, you know, Country Cottage Needleworks, Little House Needleworks, Plum Street Sampler, Mill Hill, you know, that kind of thing. So it'll be something fun. I'm happy to mail to anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be here in the United States. What I want you to do is I want you to comment below. Do not say anything about giveaway or freebies or any of that kind of thing. But comment below with what your with one of 2 things. Either tell me what your favorite Christmas gift that you received this year was, or and that doesn't have to be this year, but your favorite Christmas gift that you've ever received. Or comment below with if you are adopted or have adopted a child or have anyone in your family who's adopted, if you feel like commenting about that. That's kind of personal, so if you don't want to share that, then just talk about Christmas gifts. So any of those 2 things, you'll be eligible to win. And I'm going to do 2 weeks from today is January the 15th, 16th. And I'll do the giveaway on the 16th. So, so your favorite Christmas gift this year or ever, or anything that in any way, shape, or form that you have anything to do with adoption. Yeah, if you feel like sharing that. I tell people, growing up, I did not tell people that I was adopted. I was very ashamed of it for some reason. And as I got older, I realized that it was absolutely nothing. There was nothing to be ashamed about. And so, I share that with people. And the other really, really quick thing I wanted to tell you guys about, I almost forgot. Nicole's going to kill me. StitchCon. So the Ohio Stitching Retreat in June. I'm going. Julie at McConnell at Reflections and I are going to be traveling together. And I will let other people who I know are attending share that with you. But it should be so much fun. It'll be my first cross-stitch retreat ever. And I am just super excited. And I think it's already filled up. I think it filled up right away on day 1. But there may be, you know, a wait list for folks who are interested in, you know, if other people drop out or whatever. But, yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking really forward to that. But, good to see you guys. Hope to talk to you here again soon, in 2 weeks for sure. And, yeah, take care and enjoy these last few days of school vacation before the kiddos go back to school. And, yeah, take care, guys. Happy New Year. Bye.